Good evening, guys, and happy to Thursday. Is today Thursday? Thursday to all of your sunshine faces. I don't know what day it is. And funny thing is that I'm at least a little bit better of like generally knowing at least it's almost the end of the week. Like it's getting close to the weekend. I at least knew that. I went outside to go and talk to my mom about dinner tonight because I originally remembered it was Thursday and was like, oh yeah, like her and my dad are going out like for their like, you know, date night kind of thing that they do, or they get takeout or whatever and watch a movie and stuff like that. And that's normally on, well, it changed. Originally it was always on Tuesdays, then they changed it to Thursdays because at the end part of the school year, like the football, like my dad was coaching the line, and I think they were meeting on Tuesday, like the offensive line, and so they were meeting on Tuesdays, and so he had to go on Tuesdays, and so he was like, oh, can we change it to Thursdays? So they ended up changing it to Thursdays, but then like last week, I think because of the grocery shopping stuff, they moved it to Friday, I think, because we had went to the stores on Thursday, something like that. So today when I went to go and talk to my mom about it, I was like, oh, like, were you guys, you know, planning on going out for like, you know, date night or whatever? And she was like, why would we be going out on Monday? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, why would we be going out to date night on Monday? We've never done that. And I was like, well, aren't you going today? And she's like, yeah, on Monday. And I was like, no, Mom, it's Thursday. And she was like, oh, I'm like so confused. I'm thinking today is Monday. Because like after yesterday, like today was the first day, like my dad was back at work, Matthew wasn't here, you know, like that kind of stuff. Everybody kind of got back to their like sort of normal routine, I guess, after the 4th of July. And so my mom's thinking today is Monday because everybody's kind of like back to that. And I was like, nope, it's Thursday, Mom. So like I said, I remembered that this morning, and then I ended up sort of forgetting, and then I ended up remembering again. But we just ended up doing like those little mini pizzas from Meyer, because again, for $1, and it cost me $3 to make dinner for everybody tonight that I could just throw in, because again too, we ended up sort of forgetting, or you know, again, whatever, because well, my dad ended up having a chiropractor appointment that he ended up changing. It was supposed to have been last week, but because of like the you know, again, everything we had going on last week, he ended up changing it to this Thursday to today. So then because of that, they didn't end up, you know, like they didn't have a plan or anything like that, that they weren't going to go, you know, do anything or go and see anything or get, you know, food or whatever. So I actually think they're doing that tomorrow instead. And today they didn't end up doing anything, but I was like, okay, well, since I'm supposed to be cooking tomorrow and I'm not now, tomorrow I'm cooking today, and I didn't know I was like, I'll just make those little pizzas. So I made a little pizza for everybody for dinner, and I ended up actually doing quesadilla for myself, like a loaded quesadilla, and oh my goodness, guys, I'm still so full. I ended up adding like leftover guacamole that we had from the 4th of July that I ended up making. I added beans, I added cheese, salsa. Oh my goodness, like I said, I'm still, and I did them in the really big, like, burrito, like, what's it called, burrito, like, tortilla kind of things, from Walmart, which are bigger than the ones from Aldi. Like, it almost didn't fit in my frying pan. I didn't realize how big they actually were. I thought they were like the fajita sized ones from Aldi. They're not, they're bigger. I picked those up when we went to Walmart, and so I used those, and I was like, holy cow, I was like, these don't even fit in my frying pan. And it's not even a frying pan, it's a crepe like pan, I guess. But the my aunt ended up getting it for me for, I think, Christmas maybe one year or something like that. But it's like the perfect size for tortillas, like I said, the fajita sized ones, but the burrito sized ones, they don't fit in there. And so, well, they just barely fit. I was like, they were like right up along the side, and then when it started to cook, they got a little bit smaller, so they fit in there like just perfectly then. But I think our big frying pan would have been okay, but it's like the big frying pan, then like the crepe pan, which is a little bit smaller than that. Then we have 2 small like little frying pans. So like I said, I think the bigger one would have been just fine, but the crepe size one was pushing it, and I know the small one we definitely wouldn't have fit. But like even the fajita size ones, if I'm ever out, like I know we don't have the big frying pans like dirty, I can still sometimes just put them in there and like they'll be okay. They'll kind of not sit like flat initially, but then once you kind of, like I said, they cook down a little bit, they're okay. But these ones definitely wouldn't have fit in there. So like I said, they were huge, and like I said, I loaded them up. So it was good. It was a good dinner, but it was a very filling dinner. So, and then like I said, I did those little mini pizzas for everybody else for dinner. And then we also had just like leftover stuff too. Like we still have like pasta salad and the potato salad and coleslaw, like that kind of stuff. Also too from the 4th of July, so you know, everybody else has had like, you know, could have like side dishes and stuff like that still left over. So but it was a nice little, again, I like having those because it's just convenient if I'm like, oh, I didn't have time to cook. And like, you know, again too, sometimes I want to cook one of the big pizzas because I'm like, then I feel like I have to like make a lot of them, whereas I can just make one little pizza for everybody. And again, it ends up working out. And sometimes I'll do like a thing of like the Tostitos, like the pizza rolls as well. So it's just, like I said, it works out well when you forget to make dinner or you don't realize what the dinner plans were or whatever it was. So like I said, we like to have convenience every once in a while, and that was one of those things. And also too, it's not that, again, I remembered what day it was. I knew it was Thursday, but like still, it's just everything from the 4th of July. It's like I'm just starting to barely today kind of get caught back up with everything. Like I was doing dishes today, like that kind of stuff. So kind of getting back in the swing of things. But I woke up so late today, so I am going to bed early tonight, like extra early tonight. And because I actually am going to finish my grocery list before I go to bed. He was planning on going to Tony's and Caputo's for well, actually I think he was going to go today. No, he was going to go tomorrow, I think, anyway. But then we were going to go to Meijer tomorrow, but practice, I guess, they're having practice because they didn't have it Monday and Tuesday, and they had it yesterday, but they didn't have it on Monday or Tuesday because of the 4th of July. So they have practice on Friday, which they normally don't. So because of that, my dad's like, we can't go to Meijer, probably won't be able to fit it in on Friday, whereas he was gonna go to the other 2 stores, then we were gonna go to Meijer after that. But he was like, well, why don't we just go to Jewel and Meijer on Saturday morning, which will be okay, just so long as we go early enough, because we have to go over to my aunt and uncle's house. We're gonna go to a barbecue over at their house on Saturday, and it's like at 2 o'clock, and they live in the city, so it's gonna take us probably about an hour or so to get there. So probably have to leave around 1 o'clock, and again too, getting ready and all that kind of stuff, we'll have to at least, again, like be home by like 11 o'clock ideally. So again, we have to get out too, if we're going to do both the stores, get out early on, you know, Saturday to be able to go there. So anyways, like I said, I finished my Meijer list though, and I've already looked over Tony's, Caputo's, and Jewel and everything like that, but I just have to, honestly, Tony's has got, so far that I saw, they had bacon on sale, they had eggs on sale, and they had, like, they might have like meats, maybe like deli meats and stuff like that. I didn't really see that, but then they also have like the, what's it called, Powerades, I think. Other than that, they didn't really have any other deals that were going on as far as I saw this week that I can remember looking at the list. But I already clipped those 2 coupons, and I was like, yeah, they really don't have like anything else that I ended up seeing as far as you know, like couponing deals go. So anyways, guys, like I said, it's just getting back into the swing of things, sort of, and, you know, like I said, getting back on track after 4th of July stuff, and thankfully, again, too, we'll still be able to get to the grocery stores and all that kind of stuff, even if things are a little moved around. But the thing I like the most is that normally, traditionally, after a, you know, again, a big, like, 4th of July sale, a Easter sale, a Christmas sale, Halloween, any of those kind of holidays, normally the following week week is a little bit slower. So Meijer does have several decent actually couponing deals and some other things that I found at Meijer this week, which surprisingly, but because I think even too, I mean, they had some stuff going on like during the 4th of July sale like last week. Now it seems like it's actually better, but technically because their sales run Sunday until Saturday, this would also be part of like their 4th of July sale, since it like was on Tuesday. So the sale started on Sunday, so any last minute shoppers would have been still getting like the 4th of July sort of sales. So they did have some things sort of like that, but most of the really good stuff I think was more last week or more tailored towards it. Like again, grilling kind of stuff and things like that for 4th of July, but they have some stuff on sale, like I said, this week, that seems like they have a lot more kind of like sales and deals and stuff like that. Whereas like I was saying, Jewel didn't really look like they had too much, Tony's didn't really look like they had too much, and again too, Caputo's didn't really look like they had too much. Normally Caputo's is really only like kind of produce stuff and like, you know, again, possibly like meats and things like that, and that was really all I saw at the at Caputo's anyway. So I have a grocery haul for you guys from Tony's and Caputo's most likely tomorrow, and then possibly Meijer and Jewel both on Saturday, and then Sunday hopefully, because I actually kind of like that, since we're going to be gone most of the day on Saturday anyway, we probably won't get to any project stuff, but if we do the grocery shopping then on Saturday, we can do more project stuff and things like that, and more work upstairs on Sunday, which would be really nice. So, but again too, I just don't know why I've been, again, like today I felt just very tired and like sort of out of it, and I don't really know what it is, like, you know, again, because I wasn't outside like at all today, so I wasn't out in the heat or anything. And even too, when I did go to ask my mom about the dinner plans for today, she was sitting out on the back porch, and it was very cool in the evening. It wasn't really late in the evening, it was probably actually only around like maybe 3-4 o'clock, something like that. So I mean, it was still definitely warm outside, but it was much cooler than it was even yesterday. Like it was only about maybe 80 degrees. I think it was like 81 is a high, and I even think like tomorrow and possibly on Saturday is only supposed to be like around the 70s. So and I don't know what the forecast looks like too, if it's supposed to like rain on Saturday, or really sort of like what that looks like, you know, the forecast and weather and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, so I'm gonna take a shower though, and hopefully get to bed early tonight, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.